Just give us an indication, would you, from the dressing room, what the spirit and the mood is like among the lads at the moment?
Yeah, it's always a good spirit here, and I think spirits are high, and we've had one good form at the minute, and we've just got to keep that going.
From a defensive point of view, the form is excellent, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of clean sheets in the last few games, and that's a good base to go off moving forward.
For someone who's played as a defender for the majority of his time, how much pride do you take from those clean sheets?
Yeah, definitely. It's as I said, it's a good base to go off, and it gives everyone, you're going out there knowing the man next to you is doing his job, and you just want to keep doing that going into every game.
Just looking at the run-in now, there's 7 games to go. What do you want to get out of these, Donald?
7 wins, hopefully. Just realistically, get mathematically safe as quick as possible, and then we can start playing with a bit of freedom, but literally, just get mathematically safe and get the job done for this season.
Is there a little bit of regret that you're not mathematically safe? Because sometimes this season there have been times that it's looked like you'd be heading towards mid-table and looking upwards rather than just looking down a little.
Not regret, because you just look back and you look at the games which we should have got 3 points out of, and you just think, if we got 3 points there, but there's no point looking back now. It's we are where we are because of ourselves, really, and we just got to deal with that and go and make sure we get the job done.
Is that the general feeling that when the end of the season does come, that you look back and think, there's so many opportunities we've let slip this year? Yeah,
you'll always look back at the end of the season and think, this is where we could have done better, that's what we could have done. But if you look at it on a general, it was a new squad, the manager's working with players for the first time, and it was his first full season with Jed. So everyone's been on a learning curve this season in the whole club. There was a lot of change around the club, and you could tell that in the first 10 games. And then once we got a base where we could go off, we've been very inconsistent, and then we've got a good base now looking at next season, but it's all about this season and getting safe first.
How have you found it here? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I've loved it. It's one of them family clubs, and you just come into the place and you see the same faces every day, and everyone's dead friendly, and I've really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Do you feel like one of the old heads around the place at times?
I do, because I'm 30, but it's just one of them where it's like, it's a young squad, but I like having a young squad because you can help them out, and they just bounce around the change room, don't they, young lads? And it's people like Josh Woods, just bundle of energy, and it's just good to be around.
There's a lot of lads from very different backgrounds, some that joined you in January from non-league football, some that have played at the highest level like yourself. I mean, when you put all of that together, sometimes it wouldn't work, but it seems to work here.
Yeah, no, I think if you look at that comes from, I think, John and Jed recruitment. They only sign, people say good lad, really. You'd go in that change room, there's no one, you'd walk in the change room, you'd be like, there won't be anyone, you'd be like, I don't like him. But in some change rooms, I've had that in the past where you're a bit like, I'm not sure about him, but this change room, I can honestly say you can walk in and it's just a good bunch of lads, and everyone just gets on. And I think that does reflect on the pitch when we do win games. And then I think, obviously, the inconsistency is just like, there's a lot of people getting used to playing with each other, people getting used to the league, and that just comes with new squads. And as I said, now we've got a good base to go on next year, but it's still about getting the job done this year.
It's probably a lot easier for you to answer. I mean, in any workplace, some people don't get on. In whatever you do, you might find someone who, for whatever reason, you don't seem to get on. When everyone does get on, Donald, how much of a difference does it make coming into work every day?
It's massive, especially in football, because throughout the season, you're going to need the whole squad. No matter what, people are going to get injured. People go through bad form. It's just normal in football, and people get left out, and they're the ones you're looking at to not go in a bad mood and throw the toys out the pram. And I've honestly seen none of that here, where everyone's just cracks on with it. It's like, if you're left out of the squad, it's like it's normal. People are going to be annoyed, but lads here don't show it. They'll support you, and it's just really good to see.
Playing wing back, how much energy does it ask of you?
I'm shattered. No, I'm joking. No, a lot of energy, but that's I think we're just an energetic team. That's our game. We do a lot of running, and even so, I'd say if I've got to go pressing, Devon to the left hand side of me, he's then got to. People don't think he's still got to do the same run as me, but it's just you don't see him closing the ball down, but he's got to still cover behind me and fill the space. So I think the way we play in general, we're a high energy team, and I think that's maybe sometimes where we've been a bit off it this year, where we've had a high energy game and then maybe we've dropped off our numbers, running numbers might have dropped off, and that's where might have cost us a little bit. But I think, yeah, it's a lot of energy. Yeah.
Is it a position that you like playing, or when you're growing up, I know you've played in midfield, you've played it as a fullback.
Yeah.
Was fullback more your role than wing back?
Well, when I was younger, there wasn't really wing back wasn't really a thing. It was always 4-3-3, 4-4-2, and then I think in the past 5, 6 years, wing back's become a position, and then I've just, because I was a right back, I've been put at wing back. But you just adapt, don't you? It's what it is. But yeah, I do enjoy it.
Yeah, you probably get to spend a lot more time in the opposition half than you've grown up doing, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. It's I was growing up, it was nice having a winger in front of you where you can play with them, and then you just get used to having no one in front of you, and everything's inside you, and that's just football. You just get used to it. Yeah.
Who were your wingers coming through? I bet you had some quality, didn't you?
There's a lot of different ones. Yeah, it's still got quality now. It's I had Sean Morley at Shrewsbury, so that was a good one to have. Yeah, a lot of different ones, but I just it was nice having the wingers in front of me.
How much of a boost is it that Sean's fit again and in contention?
It? Yeah, it's you look at just his energy alone. For everyone goes about his age, but you don't look at him like he's 37. You look at him as if he's 30, and it's massive having him back. And yeah, hopefully he can get a goal tomorrow night. He's
just a top guy and a top player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just club legend, isn't he? Like, that's all you can say about him, really. Him and Seamus, both really good lads, and honestly, they sum up the change room. Just good people. Like, you come into work, good people to be around, and you go out on the pitch, and it's what type of people you want to play with.
Fleetwood Town at home. What sort of game should we expect this to be?
It's a derby, innit? So we've just got to go, and we're good at home on Tuesday nights, especially at the minute, and I think we've got to make that our thing. No one likes coming to Aki on a Tuesday night, and we've got to make sure that stays the same.